Just doing an allotment update, just to take a diary of progress. So remember the front of the plot, just here as you come through the gate. Here were 2 compost bays that were absolutely full to the top with rubbish, plastic, glass, metal, everything you could name off. I filled around 20 bags, maybe 30 bags, and now it's looking much clearer. As you can see, you can actually see up past the fruit trees this time. Just took a lot of clearing. Absolutely laden in brambles, which I've got back to the hedge line. I found a couple of shrubs here. You want trimming back for spring. Fruit trees. Now I've given all bottoms a bit of a clean up, and I think I will coppice these because they are quite tall, and I've had to take one tree out that were here, the stump here. It was laid right across and leaning across the path here to here, so I tried to stake it up. It wouldn't move, so it's been taken out. Leaves are starting to drop, but this corner looks a lot better. I've started collecting all the pots and things I found around the plot. We have a pile of pots under there, a few plastic pots, and the grit and the shed has been cleared out somewhat. Now, because it's been sunny the last couple of days, there is a really damp, fusty smell to this. So I'm thinking, as you can see, the roof is totally shot. So I'm going to have to replace it. Looks like it did have a tiled roof at some stage, then fell, and now it's got tarpaulin that's making absolutely no difference whatsoever. This area here down the side of the path was all full of rubbish. I've managed to clear quite a lot of it, and I've started piling all this stone here for now, and found a bit of glass. But I have started making an edge with the stone just to define the path. This is all astroturf that I've found around the plot. Absolutely tons of broken tiles that I've got to get rid of. The floor has got plastic, some type of weed control that's grown into the roots, so that's going to be a job to get up. And it's all around the trees. Shed. Now I'm really disappointed with this because it would make a brilliant shed, and I mean that little concave window there, it's just very unique, and it were a nice shed in its day. Down this side there were shrubs and all sorts here. You could barely even see the fence, but I've managed to get back to the fence. Polytunnel. I've cleared out the beds here. You can see how rotten that is. These will all need to come out. I'm quite lucky, there is good plastic in places, but like here there's astroturf underneath with weeds all growing through. Then there's this kind of fabric Also weeds all growing through. Remnants of piles of that I've been getting rid of. There were a big mound here. It had got carpet on, tiles, rocks, stone, broken tiles. I'm slowly getting through that bit. More pots that I found, and this compost bay is actually full of rotting wood and some ground sheet that we found. Well, it looks like old fleece. Carried on with the fencing here, just trying to cut the brambles back as much as possible. Now there is a dip here and then a step, so it looks like someone's already tried to retain this edge along here. So I've been putting the trees that have been cut and all the wood I've found, and I've also put all the blackberry canes in the back, dried up blackberry canes, to try and start filling it. Last time I came we got to about this point and I couldn't see any further. I found there's a raised bed here. They've got sleepers that are rotten. I don't know what to do with that. Then there's these two beds, well, double bed. That's all rotten. Some plant pots that I found. These are a stack of tiles that are being found all over, all around the plot. Burning bin, I must have had 20 fires just to get rid of the brambles and rotten wood and all that kind of thing. You can see where I got back to the fencing there, and there's a piece of Harris fencing right in this edge that all wants trimming. Everything's grown through it, and it's got a piece of netting on it as well, so that's going to take some detangling. We found a greenhouse, a small greenhouse. It looks like a 6x6-ish. In here, more rubbish to clear and a lot of glass, but we can see it's fine all around the sides apart from the back. The roof, this side of the roof is fine. Most of that side has gone, so I'll have to replace the glass. I've got a greenhouse at home, so I'll do bulk of my growing at home and then bring them down just to when my greenhouse needs an overflow. This area I have not tackled whatsoever. It is full of nettles. I was just waiting for them to die back a bit before trying to get in, because there's a lot of bindweed, brambles, and the shrubs up there are entwined with all the other but it does go quite far back in there. I mean, I can't make it out on camera, but if you go into there, it goes right back of this coop, and there's still some land left. I've started dismantling this. We're a chicken run here. We're just getting down to all the bramble canes, nettles. This is what it all looked like, and the brambles were to the top of the shed, to the top of this little chicken coop. I've not even been in it yet to see if it actually looks like it's in half decent nick. It's been covered with tarpaulin, but I just need to work my way into this corner. Found quite a bit of rubbish around here. And down the side of the shed we've still got some clearing to do, and I can see some more rubbish behind there. So next plan of action is today to carry on. What I've been doing is trying to use some of the canes as there's no fencing on this part whatsoever, but like here I've been using some of the stronger canes to just fill some gaps in fencing. You can see down here the dip I've just been filling with all old raspberry and blackberry canes. There is quite a drop there. If I put my foot there, it goes down quite a bit. So that's it. Quick plot tour. Plan of action now is to carry on at the bottom, see what this chicken coop's like, see if it's worth saving, giving away. I really want it off the plot so I can get to the back and make some more room. There is another couple of pieces of Harris fencing, so there's three pieces of Harris fencing to get out, but there's so much stuff grown through them. I've got to trim all shrubs and try and get them detangled before I can take them out. So there we go. It's looking much clearer. I don't know what to do about this polytunnel. I don't think it would be good enough to put an actual plastic on. So what I might do is turn it into a brassica cage or something like that. Just to keep the pigeons off the brassicas. Because we're here, I'll just pan round so you can see where we are. It's an absolutely stunning sight. We're in the middle of the woods. And trees surrounding us. But not too bad that luckily the sun comes up from this end at plot. And over there where we've got the woods, we obviously get a lot of birds, pigeons, crows, magpies, all the usual suspects that like to come and eat the veg. So yeah, I think that I'd make a good, find a decent net and maybe sew a netting round it. But I'm just looking for suggestions. Don't know how easy that's going to come out, to be honest. But there's some stuff I can reuse. I've got rid of a hell of a lot of rubbish off this plot. So we're on the 1st of November, and I'll give another update in a week or so time.